Gemini, this is going to be your May through June reading. I did not do a reading in April. I just didn't feel it was appropriate. But the reading that I did in March, I think, gave some timelines that were ahead of anything else I had heard. And I also mentioned in that video that I believe around June or July of June or July of 2019, I had also outlined some timelines which turned out to be accurate. So for today's readings, I'm trying to keep them pretty light. I think everyone is aware of what problems they're having, and I don't think we need to focus on that here. And in terms of readings, I mean, there are so many great readers that are giving you sort of step-by-step, like a walkthrough of what's happening now, and maybe how to cope with that or what they're seeing. So I don't really think I need to do that. I don't think that's what people need right now. It's not what I need right now. I don't want to hear about it. I want to hear about what I already know. This card coming up for, I think it was Capricorn and Cancer. So I think right now that some Geminis are really looking ahead into the future, but they're trying to network a little bit. And you may be networking during like social calls. So I don't know, Gemini, I would watch that a little bit. And I think some of the reactions that you're getting from some new people you're meeting, it's just not your vibe. You're just not into it. I think one thing that has come along though for Geminis, and it's happening for a lot of people, is that they're slowing down enough to appreciate things. For some people it's their sense of charity, for others it's their sense of humor. And for you, Gemini, I think it's your sense of family, but also just watching people, just when you're out, watching them being kind to each other, or watching young couples. I think if you're an older Gemini, it's really taking you back to a place of nostalgia, and it's just something really sweet. If you're younger, you may be thinking about getting older and what that will be like when all of this is over. It's really sweet. From what I think I said for Taurus, they were doing some of the hoarding. For you, Gemini, I think you're doing the least of the hoarding. I think you're like, forget it. I'll get it tomorrow, I'll worry about it tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about it too much. That may be aggravating some people. But you know what, Gemini? You live your little lives. If you don't want to deal with the stress of that, then don't. I think some of you were really doing this like live for the moment thing. You're like, you know what? I call who I want, make out with who I want, talk about what I want, make 50 accounts on every social platform, stalk people if I want, cut my hair off if I want, dress in clothing that's 2 sizes too big. If I have something to say, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to censor myself. So for some of you, this has been a really, it's been such a shift. I talked to Taurus about trying to let themselves go. With you guys, I think you're all the way there. Some of you. Just fine. Okay, so guys, let's talk about just a little bit of seriousness. I think for some of you, because so many plans didn't, work out, you kind of have this F it attitude, which in a way is making you feel really powerful, really great. You're really uncovering a lot of hidden places within yourself. I just would ask that noise stop. Hey, look at that. I would just ask that you don't become too You know, it would be like if you knew you were going to pass away, and so you were just like, screw it, I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna cheat and Scrabble, whatever you're gonna do. You know, I wouldn't get too far down that road, because eventually these things will slow up, and then you just don't want to create such a path of destruction behind you that you can't undo it. You know, it is fun, though, to feel free of those social constraints. So, Gemini, I think that's what you're doing this month. Super fun. Keep doing what you want. Be safe. Don't hurt yourself or anyone else physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You know, but if you're having fun telling, you know, someone in your family that that dress does in fact not flatter them, or, you know the lasagna you've been claiming to like for, you know, years, you actually hate it. If you want to do that, do it. I think it's freeing. All right, Gemini, take care.